learn how to pay for college. But before we do that, let's go over our last lesson over comparing annual salaries. If the mechanic and the pharmacist each worked 30 years, how much more money does the pharmacist make in lifetime income? So we have a mechanic who makes $34,290 a year. It what That's every year for 30 years. Let's multiply this. I'm going to put the zero placeholder right here. So this is 0. Now I'm going to go up here. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 9 is 27. Carry to 2. 6 plus 2 is 8. That's a 12. Carry to 1. It's 9 is 10. So he will make $1,028,700 in 30-year time. A pharmacist, on the other hand, every year they make about $114,950 per year for 30 years. So I'll put a zero placeholder right here. 3 times 0 is 0. 15, carry to 1. It's 27. Plus 1 is 28, carry to 2. 12 plus 2 is 14, carry to 1. 4 and 3. So a pharmacist makes almost $3.5 million. So how much more money will a pharmacist make compared to a mechanic? So let's subtract these two, see how much more money. Zero, zero. Can you take 7 from 5? No, you get a regroup. That's a 7. 15, that's 8. Can you take 8 from 7? No, regroup. That's a 1. That's a 9. And that's 4. So a pharmacist will make almost $2.5 million more than a mechanic. Let's think why. Does more education always guarantee a higher annual salary? For the most part, yes. Mostly. I'm going to say mostly. Not all the time. Because some people who have, depends on what major you pick in college. If you pick the STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and if you choose that route, you will guarantee you will make more money. However, depending if you pick some of the liberal arts major, like, I don't know, art history, sociology, archaeology, so there's a chance you may not make more money. So it depends on the job market and so on. So sometimes if you don't go to college, you open up your own business, you have a higher chance of making more money. It depends on how hardworking you are. So getting more education does not always guarantee a higher salary, but for the most part, it does. All right, so answer these questions. My desired future occupation. So what you're going to do in class is you're going to decide what is your future occupation. Why did you choose it? What type of skills do you need for it? How much post-education, secondary education will you need for your desired occupation? Because for some jobs, you will need more training, more education. Where will you go to college to learn these skills? Have you talked to your parents about the prospect of college? How are you going to pay for it, the cost of it? So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be scanning the QR code of the different universities for your university in the state of Texas. That include private and public university. So name some of your colleges. For example, if you choose University of Houston, go Cougars. That's us. It costs, I am shocked on this, but according to that report, it costs about $7,483 annual. It's weird because when I went to there, it was only like $2,400 back then. I think it was almost like $1,000 or $1,200 a semester. So at UT, it's very pricey. It's $9,798 a year. At the Aggies, my brothers, go Gig'em, or the Gig'em, or I forget what they say, Gig'em. I know they do Gig'em. It's $5,297. Dozing. But just be careful. When I was going through this report, I thought, wow, that's pretty cheap. Well, not, I mean, it's cheap. It does not include room and board. Room and board means your dorm. And then you have to buy meal plan, buy food and everything. So the price will increase. So there are many ways to finance a college education. Name some ways to finance a Wait. I skipped one thing. What type of colleges cost the most? Public or private university? Private university are like Baylor, SMU, Rice University. And public are like UT, Texas A&M, that are funded by taxpayer dollars. Think about it. Public schools or private school? Which one will be more expensive? Of course, private will be more expensive. Why is it important to know the cost of tuition? It's important because so you know if you can pay for it. You will need to know how much more money you will need to save for it. You will need to know what scholarships you need to apply for. That's the reason why it's very important because some of your parents may have been started saving for your college fund when you were born. Besides tuition, what other costs can be expected while attending college? Your meals, your room/board. That means you have to live somewhere. If you go to Texas A&M or UT and your parents live here in Houston, you're going to have to get an apartment, a dorm. You have to live somewhere. Maybe you need a car and gas. Also, you have to pay for your textbooks. You are given your textbooks here in public school. It's funded by your taxpayer. Your parents, and all kinds of people pay for it. However, in university, you pay for yourself. Those textbooks can range from $100 to a couple of $300, and they're flimsy, and they're just really, really pricey. All right, so there are many ways to finance a college education. Name some ways to finance. So how are you going to pay for college? Well, you're going to use your savings, maybe. Maybe you have a savings. Maybe you apply for scholarships. A scholarship is where you follow a list of requirements. There's a list of requirements. This place, like these people or organizations, want to give money away for people who go to college. But then they always have these like rules, stipulations, like say write an essay about this or something like that, or you have to have a certain grade. You have to be athletic or something like that. Another one is work. So you will have to work. That's why some people work on the side during college to fund. There's another thing called work study. Depending on if you need the money, the university thinks you need the money. They'll give you a job, it's like staff aide here in middle school, but in here you're like a staff aide. You're a worker in the university, like you do the library, you help out in the kitchen, you help out as a secretary or something. However, you will get paid for it. You'll get paid for it to help pay for your college. What else? Grants. There's a thing called Pell Grants and all kinds of types of grants where they give you free money. However, the free money is only if you don't have enough money in savings. If your parents do not make enough money, you have an opportunity to get more money, free money. But these are all different ways. So let's read a different way. Grants do or do not have to be paid back unless you withdraw from school before completing the semester. Grants are awarded based on financial need or merit. So grants do have to be paid back unless... Grants, I'm sorry, I apologize. That unless is tricking me. Grants do not have to be paid back. Grants is free money. Grants are free money. You do not have to pay it back unless you drop out of college. Scholarships do not have to be paid back. Scholarships are free money given to you. Scholarships are awarded based on financial need or merit. So merit could be like athletic ability, intelligence, hard work. So next one. Work study provides part-time job while in college. Work study available to graduate and undergraduate. I didn't do that. I work at the University of Houston bookstore, Brothers. I say it was Barnes & Noble. Save early or later. You should always save early and save often so you can help pay for your college. A loan is money you get for free or borrow. Borrow. If you get a loan, it's just like a credit card. You have to pay it back. However, no one gives you free money. There's stipulation. You will be charged interest. So at the end of a certain number of years, you will have to pay back what they gave you, plus interest, extra money for the privilege of borrowing their money. So let's go do this. Which amount needs to be paid back? If you take a loan or borrow it, will you have to pay it back? Yes, you do. Tuition. If you work, you got to pay back? No. Room and board? No. Grant? No. Scholarship. So the only one that you will have to pay back here is the loan. If you have a loan or you borrow money, you will have to pay it back. All right, let's go over do some typical questions that maybe some of your parents will have to figure out, but also you can do it now. Jessica wants to go to a 2-year community college, like Blinn College right next to Texas A&M, with an annual tuition of $9,890. So every year it costs $9,890, but it's a 2-year college. So the second year you also have to pay that amount of money. So the total cost for the 2-year college will be $19,780. Jessica has saved $8,350 for college, and she earned a grant. Is that free money? Yes. For $3,400. So she's already saved $8,350. She earned a grant for $3,400. So this is how much she has. How much more does she need to pay the tuition for both years? So $19,780 minus $11,750. So she still owes $8,030. By the end of the 2-year term, she will owe this amount. So she needs to work more. She can apply for more scholarships, or she can take a loan to borrow money for this. And let's try one last question. Frank borrows $6,000 to pay for his tuition. The annual interest rate of the loan is 5.4%, or 5.4%. How much interest does Frank owe at the end of 1 year? Do you remember your percent proportion? Percent per 100 equals part to whole. So again, it's percent per 100 part to whole. So interest rate is 5.4%, which is actually not bad at all. He's borrowing $6,000, which is the whole amount he's borrowing. I would like to know what part he has to pay back extra as interest. Can 100 be built up to 6,000? It can. Is it times 6? No, that's 600. Oh, times 60. So to build it up, you need to multiply by 60. So 5.4 times 60. 0, 0, 24 carry 2. That's 30, 32. $3,240. Wait, don't forget a decimal point. So the interest you will owe back is about $324. So if you borrow $6,000 and the interest rate is 5.4%, at the end of the year you will have to pay $324 extra for the privilege of borrowing their money, because it is a loan. So the main thing I want to talk about this is there are many ways to pay for college. If you take a loan, you will have to pay it back. However, your goal is to try to get free money, grants, free money, work study, free money, but you do have to work for it, but it's still free money. Scholarships, free money. Try to save money, and that is how to pay for college.